What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do the Tap into Your Soul for Gemini. Gemini, you guys are last but not least this week in the Zodiac lineup, and this is your final reading for the week. Hope you guys have enjoyed your energy wave as we are now here at the very end. All right, remember you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. You guys should be familiar with the Tap into Your Souls. We're going to only use one deck here. We'll lay out 3 cards, top, bottom, and middle, and then we'll turn the bottom of the deck over to see what your overall outcome or energy will be. Okay. At this time, I would strongly suggest you get like a notebook or a piece of paper and answer the questions based on how you feel as you look at these illustrations from Deborah Koff Chapman, okay, in the Soul Cards 2 deck, okay, and have your own interpretation for yourself and see if how you feel matches with what you see in the cards, okay? And by all means, go ahead and predetermine what you would like your outcome to be and see if that outcome matches the bottom of the deck, okay, once we get there. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. One from the top for the past placement, one directly from the bottom for the present, and one energetically from the middle for your future placement, okay? And we'll look at the bottom of the deck towards the end. We're not going to turn all the cards over right now, so we won't get bombarded by all the energy. So let's get started. Your first question and first placement is your past. What held you back in the past? What held you back in the past? Okay. I'm going to hold this up here. You guys take the time to really evaluate this image and answer that question for yourself as you look at this picture. What held you back in the past? Okay, Gemini. So Gemini, something that I feel like we kind of touched on this week in one of your readings, excuse me, and I believe it was the word from the ancestors, is giving too much of yourself to people in the past, okay, before they actually deserved it, okay. As you see, this person has a heart shape around them, okay, and you're exuding love, okay, around you, okay. Maybe what held you back in the past is having so much love and sharing so much love with others, but not giving enough to yourself, okay? As the person here is kind of coated in purple, mostly, and just needing to pour into yourself, okay? As the purple comes back down, showering over this person, okay? But all this pink is on the outside, which to me feels as though that's love that was extended out to others, okay? So maybe that is what was holding you back in the past, is giving so much love to others but not enough to yourself, okay? Needing to pour into yourself, giving more self-love instead of to others before they deserved it, okay? Let's move on to your present placement. What continues to hold you back presently? What continues to hold you back presently? Okay, I'm going to hold this here by all means. Look at this card and see how you feel as you answer that question. Okay. What holds you back presently, Gemini, is I feel this need of finding someone like a counterpart that will show you the same amount of affection as you show to them, okay? It's like you're looking at a somewhat of a mirror image, but even looking at these two images, they are different from each other in just facial expression alone. Okay, their faces are somewhat different. Okay, you have to understand, Gemini, that you can't anticipate someone to love you the same way as you love them. Okay, everyone loves differently. You may want to look up the different love languages. Okay, there's gift giving, there's physical touch, there is so many different types. There's at least five, I believe. And then there's some that people say it's six or more than that. It just depends on what your love language is. If you're the type of person that likes to, like for me, my love language is giving. Okay, I'm more of a giver. I love giving gifts. It's one of, I feel like one of my greatest abilities is to give very sentimental gifts. Okay, and it just shows basically that I'm observant of the person, as I put full thought into every gift that I give. If I know exactly what that person likes, it could be something as simple as getting them their favorite snack, or getting them something that they may have mentioned before in their childhood was maybe their favorite thing in childhood, like it may be a old candy or something like that. My gifts sometimes revolve around food. If I break bread with you, then you're usually someone that means a lot to me. Okay, and that means me cooking for you is a gift in my opinion, because you don't break bread with just anybody, especially if it's inviting someone into your home and actually feeding them. Okay, and that's just me personally, that's just an example. But you may be a very affectionate person. Maybe your person is not affectionate. Maybe they're more of a listener and you're more of an affectionate, hold, cuddle type of person, and they're not. And it has nothing to do with you. It could just have something to do with their one, personal preference, or two, how they were raised. You have to consider all of that when you're looking or trying to reflect, to or mimic your partner in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay, it's like you feel like you have to be like your partner in order to be with your partner, and you don't. It's okay to be an individual and accept each other for your differences, and you should be able, you have to look at love, meaning you accept them for those differences, and that's something that can easily be worked upon as you go into your relationship. So what possibly holds you back is that you're looking for your person to be and give you the same type of love and recognition that you give them, but you have to understand that they have their own love language outside of you. Okay, and so you have to find a middle to where you both can benefit from each other's love languages. Okay, and not so much change the other person just to benefit only one of you. It has to benefit both of you. Okay, so try not to manipulate your person into being something that they're not, or feeling like you have to manipulate yourself into who you're not just so this person will love you. They love you just the same as who you are. They just have a problem with you trying to make them be something that they're not. And it's possibly some traumas that they are dealing with that has caused them to not be as affectionate or to not be as giving as you. Okay, so you have to take that into consideration with your person. Okay, that was for someone specifically. Get in where you fit in. Okay, so we're going to move on to the future placement. How will you change your future, Gemini? How will you change your future? Okay, very popular card, as this came up earlier today. I believe this came up in Sagittarius today, and it was very popular before I went on my little 2-week break. All right, but it's in a different placement. This is a future placement that it's in, and so it's a very positive connotation here, is that you are being enlightened on who you are as a person. Okay, and you're not holding anyone to any type of regard except for yourself. Okay, and just, I feel as though in your near future you're just going to reflect on the past, maybe past relationships, past situations, maybe things that your partner has said that has or will be very eye-opening to you. And so you will come from a place of just possibly some chakra work, as far as, like I said, in Sagittarius's reading, coming from your sacral, because we first learn about love as children. Okay, we learn about what love actually is based on just the start of our parents. Okay, taking care of us, providing for us, doing those little things and we had our parents to look up to as models of what what true love is, or what we thought love is. Okay, until we got old enough and said, well, no, I think love is this. Okay, so until you reached a point of your own beliefs, you had people around you teaching you what love was, just from a family standpoint. But no one really teaches you what love is outside of family when you start dealing with relationships and things of that nature. So you have to look at the different phases of love that you've experienced. You had love from family, you then had love from friends, and then you had love from partners. Okay, so you have different compartments for love. You just have to figure out what your beliefs are when it comes to love, and what you are looking for from your person, or anyone for that matter. But be flexible in what it is that they provide you with as their definition of love. Okay, and so I think you come to that enlightenment where you come to be a little bit less harsh on your person, and your expectations are not as high, because you start pretty much meeting your person on the same level and accepting what their version of love is. Okay, because what you're thinking you should get is better than what somebody else is getting. Okay, while you're complaining about them not talking as much or not holding you, someone else is going through domestic violence, things of that nature. Not trying to, bash you or anything like that, or in anyone that's going through that. I really strongly sympathize with them. Okay, as I have been there before as well. Okay, so you have to outweigh your good from the bad, as it could be that type of situation, a more negative situation than where you are now. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, and this is your overall outcome. Okay, this is your overall outcome here. Okay, sorry for the glare, you guys. There we go. Okay, so that is your overall outcome. Okay, see if this image matches with what you have written down for your predetermined outcome of what you would like to happen within your situation, Gemini. Okay, I feel like with this card being at the bottom of the deck, you are going to really work that throat chakra. There's going to be possibly some conversation where you're just going to let everything out. You're going to let everything on the table, and it's not in a sense of blaming or placing judgment on your partner, but possibly speaking some inner truth, getting some things out that have been possibly very hard for you over the years. Okay, maybe the person that you're with at this time has tried to prove themselves to you as much as they possibly can, Gemini, but because of the fact of your past causing you to have self-doubt or any doubt on them, as a person, pouring into them before, like I said before it was too soon, and then presently wanting them to be something that they're not, or do more just like you have to consider that maybe they're not ready to. Okay, and so you have to take accountability for how you feel and put that out on the table in the most clear and positive way, without putting any blame on them. Okay, taking accountability in the sense of knowing, yes, I do love and I love hard, but that doesn't mean that you have to if you're not ready to. Okay, and be understanding of that, but also come to your partner from a space of saying, this is why I give so much of myself. Maybe because you weren't given as much love as you feel you should have been given as a child, or from a previous relationship. Maybe you were neglected or abandoned, and that's why you love the way that you do, because you are searching for a love that's true and that is going to stay. Okay, so I feel as though you are going to share some of those innermost, darkest secrets with your person in order for them to understand where you are coming from, and then also offer that listening ear for them to provide you with anything that has been hindering them in the relationship. Okay, as far as feeling maybe overwhelmed to meet this high expectation of yours. Okay, and so it's just about having a one-on-one, heart-to-heart conversation and really understanding each other and trying to move as slowly as possible to make each other comfortable. Okay, make small strides to a better relationship. Okay, and that could be in reference to any relationship that you have, whether that be family, friends, or platonic or romantical. Okay, so with that being said, Geminis, I think that is all that I have for you guys. I hope you take care of yourselves, love on yourself a little bit more. Okay, and let that person come to you and use you as an example of how you love yourself and how they can possibly love you in a sense that makes you feel comfortable and makes you feel loved. Okay, as you could have suffered from some type of neglect at a younger part of your life, or somewhere down the road in past relationships. Okay, but until next time, Gemini, peace, and I will see y'all next time.